Good evening and welcome to tonight's 2025 People's Choice Awards. Throughout the spring season, we have a number of different events celebrating so many students throughout our school. I truly appreciate all of you taking the time tonight to come back out to Shawnee High School. Throughout the course of the evening, you may see some students coming or going on stage. Just like everybody else, our students are incredibly busy, pulled in different directions, and involved in so many different activities, and we'd like the opportunity to celebrate them both here while respecting that they are coming from sports and work and different honors that they are recognized for throughout their high school careers. Tonight, we'd like to welcome you to the People's Choice Awards, and on behalf of the Shawnee administration, our District Board of Education, thank you very much for celebrating tonight's freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Congratulations, everybody. Throughout tonight's ceremony, teachers will come up on stage and, for the first time, let their students know that they nominated them for a People's Choice Award. Right now, we have 33 students on stage, none of whom know who nominated them yet. And so what you'll see is the teacher's name appear on the slide, and then it'll transition into the student's name. Students, the teacher will read your nomination. At the conclusion of that, please come up to the podium. You'll receive a medal, put it around your neck, and pose for a picture with the teacher who nominated you, and then you can return to your seat. All right? Teachers will use our clicker, hit the down button to slide to the next member and introduce the next student. Tonight's ceremony, there are so many different reasons why our students are nominated. It truly is an intimate ceremony, although after last night's Mr. Shawnee, I don't know how much more intimate we can get on this stage. Great dancing, everybody. But tonight, it's truly a great opportunity to celebrate all of our students. Students, please hold on to these medals, wear them proudly at graduation, and enjoy the rest of your 2025 school year. Without further ado, I'd like to present our first speaker, Mrs. Kristen Chimp.
Good evening. Sometimes a student comes along who is simply amazing, outstanding at everything they put their mind to, not just because of their raw talent, but because of their tireless work ethic. Anthony Orfanos is this student. Come on up, Anthony. It is with, is he here? Yeah, come on up. Yeah. I think. It is with great pride and admiration to have Anthony Orfanos as my 2025 People's Choice recipient. I had the opportunity to be Anthony's chemistry teacher his sophomore year in high school. Within the first 2 weeks of September, I immediately observed that Anthony was not ordinary, but rather extraordinary. In response to my "How does chemistry affect your life?" project assigned the first week of school, Anthony took this assignment to heart and not only explained the chemistry behind why his homemade Carolina Reaper hot sauce makes people cry, but actually brought it in for his classmates to try. And as a side note, he grows these peppers in his garden. Extraordinary. And this was just the start of many astounding Anthony Orfanos observations throughout the year. If you know Anthony, you know of his amazingness. Beyond his academic achievements, Anthony is also an incredibly talented and accomplished musician. I could spend so much time talking about his accolades. But that is not the reason I nominated this young man. Perhaps what stands out most about Anthony is his remarkable character. He is humble, kind, and thoughtful. He often stops by my classroom just to chat with me, asking about my family, showing genuine interest in my life. Despite his very busy schedule, I'm amazed that Anthony remembers where my daughter goes to college and that my son is graduating from high school, and he asks about them. Anthony's ability to form personal connections is a rare and beautiful trait. He is not only an exceptional student, but an incredibly considerate, caring, and benevolent human being. It is evident that Anthony wants the best for others and truly cares. I consider myself so lucky to have had the chance to know you, Anthony, and I wish you the best as you dazzle others with your magnificence. So, congratulations. And next, Mrs. Mary Ann Wilson.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to nominate Cole Houseman. Cole, an outstanding student from my Honors Algebra 2 class, as my choice for the People's Choice Award. During this time, I have come to know him well, both as an excellent student and a remarkable individual. Cole consistently demonstrates a strong commitment to his academic pursuits. He is not only dedicated to his studies, but also actively participates in class discussions, contributing value insights, and others learn from him. His enthusiasm for learning is infectious, and it motivates his peers to engage more deeply with the material. In addition to Cole's academic ability, Cole is incredibly helpful to all of his classmates. He often takes the initiative to assist those who are struggling, offering guidance and support without any hesitation. His willingness to lend a hand exemplifies his strong sense of community and collaboration. Furthermore, Cole is known for his polite and friendly demeanor. He treats everybody with respect and kindness, fostering a positive and inclusive environment in the classroom. His ability to build strong relationships with both his peers and his teachers speaks volumes about his character. I wholeheartedly recommend Cole for my choice for People's Choice Awards. And next up is Miss Rachel Gottschall.
The student that I nominated for the People's Choice Award is Kellen Irvin. I am privileged to stand here today and speak about someone who reminds us all why kindness matters. Every now and then, we meet people who change our lives, not in loud, dramatic ways, but simply being who they are. This student is one of those rare people. From the moment I met Kellen Urban, I felt the warmth, the light, and the joy. He is someone you do not just meet, you remember. There are people who make your day better, and then there is Kells. Someone who makes your whole life brighter, funnier, and more joyful by being exactly who he is. Whether he's walking into the nurse's office around Christmas yelling, "Harry, I'm coming in," from Home Alone, or announcing Sal's Pizza when my office phone rings, Kells adds laughter to every single moment. Kells shows up for every Spirit Day, decked out in full gear, from his legendary Eagles mask to all of his holiday outfits. And no matter the day, Kells always greets us with a big smile and an even bigger heart. He does not just say hello, he wants to know how you are doing, how your family is, and of course, he will always give you the latest update on his beloved dog, Miga. Kells' joy is constant. His kindness is genuine. His presence is the kind of gift that reminds us all why connection, humor, and love matter so much. He makes Shawnee a better place and certainly our days more fun. So today, Kells, I want to celebrate you and thank you for brightening my days, for making me laugh, for making me smile, and for reminding us all just how powerful kindness can be. It is truly my honor to present this award to you. I'm not done. I'm going to miss you so much next year, but I know the world needs your light just as much as we've cherished it here. It's time to share your shine. You're a gift, and now it's the world's turn. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Susan Mindbress.
Choosing a student, a senior, for People's Choice Award proved difficult because the class of 2025 is quite frankly stellar. It's a good problem to have. Some of the students I currently teach I've had the pleasure of knowing since their freshman year. However, my People's Choice Award recipient is someone who I only met this year and has impressed me from the beginning, continuing to do so well into the season of college acceptances, committals, as well as the looming senioritis. Rhiannon Sullivan embodies the epitome of what it means to be hardworking and driven because of the high standards she sets for herself. And this is where I can't see. Rhiannon derives a motivation from within. She defines her own path to what she wants to accomplish, knowing that she has to push herself to get there. But Rhiannon's maturity level defines her as someone with a good head on her shoulders, in her curious, open-minded, and authentic approach to learning and bettering her skills. She has respect for herself, refusing to make excuses, complain, or cut corners. She has respect for the work we do in AP Lit, seeing the inherent value in reading, writing, and critical thinking, being driven without being obnoxious. She participates in discussions, asking questions others might hesitate to ask. She is genuinely interested in improving for the sake of improving, understanding that success is not the absence of failure, but the presence and practice of resilience. Rhiannon's understated quiet confidence makes her down-to-earth, approachable, and relatable to those around her in the Shawnee community. She is helpful and kind to others without doing it for show. As a teacher and a parent, I often wonder and worry about the world we are sending our kids out into, as well as if they are willing and able to improve it. What will their contributions be? Those worries are assuaged by the character, intelligence, and compassion of students like Rhiannon. I'm so proud of you, Rhiannon. Thank you for being you. And next up is Mr. Ryan Franks.
My 2025 People's Choice Award nomination is Adam Reynolds. I first got to meet Adam when he was in middle school as a soccer player, and I've had the privilege of watching him grow up and mature both out on the fields and in the classroom over the last 7 years. When I first met Adam, he was full of energy and he had a lot to say, all of the time. Maybe too much. He honestly reminded me of what my son Jack is like right now. And it gives me great hope that my son would be able to develop into a young man as mature, responsible, and respectful as Adam Reynolds. Now, not all of the interactions between Adam and I over the years were always easy. Early on as a coach, I saw in him a young man with a ton of potential who just wasn't quite getting it. During one of his years as an underclassman, and he'll probably kill me for telling this story here in public, at soccer tryouts after the whole team got in trouble for not cleaning up the field fast enough, he decided to complete the suicide sprints that they were all doing as punishment together barefoot and at an extremely slow jogging pace, finishing way after everyone else was done. That was one of the many moments that was followed by some tough conversations and heart-to-hearts between us, and I think Adam had to find out the hard way that this type of effort and attitude wasn't going to work for him to be successful here at Shawnee. I think we could all think back to ourselves as teenagers and remember a few of our own learning moments like that, myself included. But of all the conversations I've had with students over the years like this, I don't know if I've ever had the pleasure of seeing it really click like what has happened with Adam over the last couple of years. Watching Adam's maturation process on and off the soccer field has been one of the greatest privileges I've ever had as an educator. I have no doubt that much of that growth can be tied back to his parents and his phenomenal support system, including many of the other wonderful educators here at Shawnee who have been such positive role models for him. But to even be a small part of his story brings me an immense amount of pride. And what a story it has been this year. Adam broke through into the starting lineup of one of the best teams in Shawnee boys soccer history and helped lead them to an Olympic American Conference championship, a South Jersey Coaches Cup championship, and a New Jersey State championship. And in the South Jersey sectional championship game against rival Morristown, late in the match, Adam scored what was the game-clinching goal to send the crowd into hysterics. So many emotions flooded my mind in that moment. I was elated to win that championship game, but I also couldn't help myself from smiling that it was Adam who put us over the top. I was beyond happy for him, and the team mobbed him. But behind that big moment in front of that huge home field crowd we played in front of in the Shawnee Stadium that day were so many smaller moments and right choices that he has made over and over and over and over again the last few years to get him to where he is now. Coach Marshall and I definitely had to chuckle off to the side a few times this year when we would hear Reynolds chewing out other guys on the team that weren't working hard enough or weren't focused enough in practice or the pregame warm-ups. Things had definitely come full circle. All the lessons that we had tried to ingrain in him throughout the years, he was passing on to the other players. He has embodied the Shawnee soccer program's motto that we have good players on the field and better people off of it. In addition, I've had the opportunity to get to know Adam as a student this year, where he took my AP economics class. He thought about dropping it at some point. We had a tough conversation and we talked and I was honest with him and I said, first of all, if you leave, I'm really gonna miss having you around. But I also thought that the class was a good opportunity to challenge himself with something he wasn't comfortable with. And after some reflection, Adam decided to stick with the class. At the end of the day, that now embodies who Adam is. There are no shortcuts to success. It takes hard work, perseverance, and resilience, and that's who Adam Reynolds is. I look forward to following his many successes as he graduates from Shawnee this June and begins his soccer and academic career at Arcadia University. But I'll be right here if you ever need to talk when you inevitably encounter a setback or an obstacle. I know you've got what it takes to overcome it. Best of luck. I'd now like to introduce Miss Nikki Croce.
Good evening. I will be speaking on behalf of myself and Miss Nadia Hinchy, who cannot be here tonight. We are both nominating the same wonderful human. Let's see if this works. Yes. So, Connor has been an absolute pleasure to work with all school year. He remains positive even when he is having a tough day. He is especially a welcomed face when we are having a tough day. Connor is the first person to say hello in the morning and makes sure to end each class with a "have a great rest of your day." He has the coolest t-shirts and always makes sure we catch a glimpse of them to put a smile on our faces. Connor has a passion for learning and doing well in school, which is always what we hope to experience as teachers. I am grateful to have had Connor as a student this year. Ms. Hinchy would like to add, Connor is a bright, intelligent, and creative young mind that I have had the pleasure of working with every day here at Shawnee High School. Aside from wearing his awesome chicken and mathematics t-shirts, he is someone who brings laughter and new ideas to school. His two favorite subjects are something we have bonded over since the first day of school, as those favorite subjects are math and lunch. Outside of being strong in academics, Connor has a kind, gentle personality, as well as where he shares his softer side with friends, classmates, and activities like social rec and buddies club. Connor is someone who I hope to work with again next year and know he will succeed with all of his future endeavors. Can I put this on you? Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Zach Bear.
I'm honored to present my People's Choice Award to Finn Ryan. So I first got to know Finn during his sophomore year. He was a student in my US history class, and Finn caught my attention early on. I could tell he was definitely an excellent listener. He definitely had a strong attention to detail, but most importantly, he was really curious about the world around him. Initially, somewhat quiet in class, I finally got to see Finn take on a larger role in class debates, class discussions, pretty much everything we were doing, I got to see Finn really getting involved. This coincided also with Finn joining one of the clubs that we have at Shawnee, which I advise. It's our Model United Nations Club. And I got to see Finn really start to explore his passion for both politics and international issues. And it was really incredible to see that, that come out of him. So from our earliest interactions, I could tell that Finn was a natural leader. During his junior year, I was really pleased to see that he was taking my AP government class, and boy did he excel. He impressed me and his classmates with very clear preparation. You had extraordinary oratorical skills. You were awesome, in giving speeches. And you had always, your speeches were backed up by sound logic during our daily debates. You quickly became a class go-to for any questions that either the class had or honestly me. Finn could answer them all. In his senior year, Finn continued to demonstrate his leadership. He was serving as the president of our Model UN Club, and I also got a chance to really be impressed as he took his kind of learning and his leadership beyond the walls of Shawnee as he started to volunteer on a political campaign during this last November's election season. So Finn, I am truly incredibly impressed with the leader that you have become. You tick all the boxes. You're selfless, you're committed, you're hardworking, you're caring, you're respectful. You do all the right things when no one is watching, And that is the hallmark of not only a great leader, but a great person. So as you go forward, please remember the words of, I know, one of your favorite politicians, JFK, who said leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. I'm so impressed with who you are, and I cannot wait to see where your journey takes you. Finn, please accept my People's Choice nomination. Here's Finn's photo. Sorry about that. There he is. All right, now we're going to bring up Mr. Brian Pistone.
Good evening. My People's Choice Award is Naseem Mahajan. Ness has been coming down every day to ask if I nominated him and thought I was just running the video tonight. So, Ness, your dedication, problem solving, communication skills have been instrumental in leading our Shawnee TV YouTube channel, ShawneeTV.com, and driving growth of all of our social media accounts and people taking classes. So Ness comes down and we have a lot of conversations about marketing and branding and how do we make our program better, and his troubleshooting almost every period coming down to work on something. So I sincerely appreciate your time in the studio, bud. So consistently producing and publishing media every week is no small task, and you handle it with professionalism and grace. I genuinely appreciate our conversations about strategy and production. They're always insightful and energizing. I'm excited to continue working with you next year. Congratulations, bud. Next up is Miss Katie Wall.
Good evening. My People's Choice Award goes to Avery Cornefell. Mrs. Wall, I'm going to drop this class. That was a sentence I heard more than once early on in the first semester of our AP US History class this year, usually after a tough quiz or challenging essay. It came with frustration, self-doubt, and at times a glistening in the eye. My response, almost always the same. What? Why? You're doing great. Please don't drop. This back and forth became a regular routine, and each time self-doubt crept in, I did my best to remind my nominee of the academic success she was seeing and achieving every day. Avery participates in our class every single day with confidence and with intellect. She takes her academics seriously and tries her best to prepare for each and every assessment, asking great questions and dedicating time to her studies. She's funny, witty, and she makes me laugh. What I love most is her drive. She has high expectations and goals for herself, and she works really hard to meet them. Avery, I've been cheering you on since day one, and I hope you always remember that you belong in APUSH and any other challenging class. Challenges don't make something less meaningful, they make your success even more powerful, and you've shown you can rise to anything you set your mind to. I hope you continue to believe in yourself the way I always have, as a smart, dedicated, and natural classroom leader. You're my People's Choice nominee because I'm incredibly proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. It's easy to drop. You stuck with it. So from now on, I hope the only thing you ever do drop is by my classroom to say hello and share all the amazing things you're doing. Proud of you. I'd like to bring up Mr. Mike Broyles.
I'd like to take a moment to congratulate all of our People's Choice recipients tonight. In my classroom, I have two foundational rules that I hope will guide students in the present and in their future. While they work to create a welcoming classroom, they are just as important as life principles. Rule 1 is be kind, and Rule 2 is work hard. And it is my pleasure to nominate Ms. Julia Zally for a 2024-2025 People's Choice Award for her exemplary demonstration of both of these important qualities. Julia, when I saw my class rosters at the beginning of the year, I was so pleased to see your name. I look forward to working with you in class for a second time. Much like 2 years ago, you demonstrated exceptional kindness and a hard work ethic on a daily basis. In doing so, this day in and day out, you were leading by example and setting a high bar for your classmates to follow. Once again, you pursued and achieved exceptional grades the entire year. You were always pleasant, always responsible, and always willing to engage in conversation with classmates and even your teacher, even when that conversation was about the novel Lord of the Flies. That was a true demonstration of your kindness, because in simply being you, in doing what you do, you were allowing me to be me and enjoy what I do in talking about that novel. You, Julia, are a giver. These qualities are valuable. These qualities bring people together. They help foster a positive classroom environment and meaningful relationships. And they are noticed. And if you ever doubted it, don't. Your efforts are noticed and appreciated by so many. Julia, I want to encourage you to continue to move forward being exactly who you are, because it's important and it's part of the best that Shawnee has to offer. Your kindness and hard work are making a difference, not just for you, but for all those that are fortunate to get to know you. They will open doors for you as you finish high school and move on to college and pursue a career. I encourage you to continue to step through these doors with the quiet confidence that is growing within you and that you display each day in the classrooms and halls and on the courts and fields at Shawnee High School. It's been a true blessing and a pleasure. And having you in class during this, my final year at Shawnee, has been one of the best parts of my last year. Congratulations and good luck with all your future endeavors. At this time, we'd like to bring up Mr. Gary Hill.
Good evening. I'd like to speak about Mr. Kyle Schaefer. It's kind of weird for me to talk to them about you and you're standing like right next to me. It's kind of strange. Kyle Schaefer is an exceptional young man, and it's been a pleasure to work with him. Kyle pours his heart into everything he does. He's an excellent student, a great employee, and a kind young man. During Kyle's high school career, he has had to lift some heavy weights, but his strong values have been crucial to his success. Kyle puts his family first and is always ready to roll up his sleeves to help others. If you know Kyle, you know he loves hockey. Go Caps. He has played hockey his entire life and was one of the first players in the Medford Deck Hockey League. Always a good teammate, Kyle has helped many young players learn the game. Kyle, life can be like a good hockey game. It can move fast. It can be intense. There's lots of second chances, and there's many opportunities to regroup. Sometimes, all you can do is just send the puck into the zone and go after it. So go after it next year at the University of Maryland. And go Terps. I'd like to introduce next Mr. Nick Tama.
My People's Choice Award is Jacob Tavares. Throughout the school day, students and staff members are regularly changing classes, going from one classroom and subject to the next. One of the best parts of my day is when I get to join these classes in action. And this goes to a whole new level when I walk into one of Jacob's classes. Jacob brings energy and excitement to all his classes. He gets the most out of his peers, eager to debate topics and enthusiastic to learn. Even before the bell rings, Jacob can be found in his seat, passionately discussing the topic he knows the class will cover that day. As a student athlete, Jacob is always literally on the run. And looking ahead to next year and beyond, I'm confident that Jacob will run to opportunities. He's not one to shy away from a challenge. Jacob, thank you for making every one of your classes an exciting educational experience for everyone. I never know when I was walking into one of your classes, but next year, I'll certainly notice that you've graduated and moved on. Congratulations. On behalf of Ms. Rowland, I'd like to introduce her People's Choice, Sophia Williams. Sophia is one of the brightest and kindest individuals I've had the chance to meet here. Sophia puts an incredible amount of effort into everything she does. She's always the first to raise her hand, give thoughtful insight, and continually looking to improve. However, Sophia stands out the most in the light she brings to school every day. Sophia is someone that has an infectious, positive energy. She walks in every day with a smile and never fails to ask you how your day is going. Sophia is dedicated to her faith, and this light shines through with her in the way she interacts with every person and the warmth and kindness she emulates with all she does. Sophia, I'd like to personally thank you for being one of the students who has helped me during my time here at Shawnee. I'm so grateful to get to congratulate you on this, and I wish you the best moving forward into what I'm sure will be an amazing senior year and incredible future after Shawnee. Thank you. I'd now like to welcome Ms. Erin O'Neill.
Hello, everyone. The person that I have nominated guessed it this weekend. Leah, come on up. I am honored to nominate Leah Malamed as my People's Choice for this year. What can I say about Leah? Yes, she is a remarkable student who cares about her grades and works hard, but I have had the opportunity to see that she is more than just her transcript. Throughout the past 4 years, I have been her school counselor and a quote-unquote dance mom at her dance studio. Not only have I witnessed her grow as a student at Shawnee, I have witnessed her personal growth on and off the dance stage. What a privilege it has been to be able to see Leah shine for the past 4 years. Here is what I can tell you about Leah. She is strong, both personally and athletically. She is kind, even when she disagrees with me about the levels of her classes. She can advocate for herself in the best way possible, with a strong sense of self and a bright smile. Leah makes younger people feel good about themselves because she is a role model just through the goodness and inner strength that she exudes daily. Leah gives so much of her time to her classes, her dance, and to others with hard work and compassion. She models commendable character through her actions. Here is what I want you to know, Leah. You are about to embark on one of the best journeys of your life. You will continue to succeed if you keep exuding kindness, self-assurance, inner strength, and of course that shining smile. You have so much within you to give to this world, and I cannot wait to see how your future unfolds. Now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Amy Etz.
Good evening. There's an old saying that still waters run deep, and there's no student better that exemplifies that truth other than Ariana Mazaret. Oh, I'm supposed to turn that on. In my child development class, Ari, as I call her, distinguished herself through quiet strength, unwavering focus on learning, and genuine intellectual curiosity, demonstrating a maturity well beyond her years. What truly sets Ariana apart is her selfless dedication to helping others. Without seeking recognition, she has become an indispensable presence in our classroom community, consistently volunteering to help organize materials and support various projects. She helped organize my classroom. It took me a month to figure out where everything was, but she did such a great job because when I found it, I was like, she was right. Her thoughtful approach extends to her relationships, where she values deep, meaningful friendships over superficial connections. Today we celebrate Ariana not just because of her achievements, but for the remarkable person that she is. You remind us that authentic leadership isn't always about being the loudest voice in the room. Sometimes it's about being the steadfast presence, the most reliable helper, and the most sincere friend. Your quiet strength has made a lasting impact on our school community and on me. Wait, you get a medal? All right, I'd like to introduce Mr. Dave Von Loeb.
It all started in Renegade Roundup. This squirrely freshman, Sammy, was so eager. Oh, he's coming. He was so eager to participate into story share and community build. I remember asking for volunteers, and his hand was always the first up. It reminded me of one of those whack-a-mole arcade games, the Sisyphean task where the mole goes back into the hole and instantly reappears again. That was his hand. Back up after another. Anyone else? Yet at that time, I didn't fully appreciate what he had to offer to the classroom. I didn't consider how significant his voice was and could be. Some would say irrepressible, an overt eagerness. What's the word for it? Verbose. Or more plainly, he talked a lot. But that irrepressibility will later become the necessary ingredient in our discussion and debate class. As a senior, Sammy took my elective, and that incessant itch to tell everyone what he was thinking was what exactly we needed to build a discussion-based classroom environment. As a senior, I'm just so proud to see how much you've grown from freshman year, and not only did you engage in every lesson, but we'd often talk after class or through email when you'd further reflect on the content from the day. Those aha moments, those little epiphanies, what made you so special. Your ability to learn, to listen and grow, to connect with are exactly your defining characteristics. I hope that I've taught you something, but I know you've taught me so much, taught me that being a teacher is powerful, is an important job, is my calling, and reconfirmed just why I come to school every day and try my absolute best. I'm grateful for the role that you've played in my classroom and in the Shawnee High School community. I believe when your peers think about who really represents the spirit and the heart of the class of 2025, it is you, Sammy. Sammy, I'm so proud and so pleased to nominate you for my 2025 People's Choice Award. Congratulations. And now I'd like to introduce Miss Lisa Rabel.
It's an absolute honor to stand before you tonight to recognize someone whose dedication, compassion, character, and work ethic truly set her apart. Laura Ritchie. And we just went to Japan. Laura has shown remarkable commitment in every area she touches. In Italian class, she has not only excelled academically, but she's brought a warmth and enthusiasm that transforms the classroom environment. Her work ethic is outstanding, and her passion for language and travel is nothing short of inspiring. Laura's achievements also go well beyond the classroom. While pursuing her studies, she has also taken on the demanding journey of earning her EMT certification. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this takes incredible amounts of dedication. That path requires strength, focus, and a deep desire to serve others, not to mention incredible amounts of time during a senior year already filled with challenging classwork, college applications, sports, work, anything else? Art. It's a lot. Laura has met every challenge head on, proving that she's not only capable, but truly exceptional. And yet what stands out most for Laura to me is not her accomplishments, but her character. She is the kind of person who lifts others up every time. Thoughtful, dependable, and deeply kind. She's the friend you want in your corner, the teammate who gives 110%, and the human being we should all strive to be. So tonight we celebrate you, Laura, not just for your hard work and achievements, but for the incredible person you are. Congratulations, and thanks for making this year truly special. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Stephanie Kirk.
Hello, everyone. Before I flip to my People's Choice Award recipient, I think it's important for me to share how fortunate I am to teach all of my students here at Shawnee. I have the unique experience of having them for many years, most of them throughout all 4 years. And they wind up spending more than just one class period a day in my room. Most kids come to A103 during their study halls, after school, for one of my club meetings, during lunch, or admin cover your ears, one of the occasional subclasses. Students become more than just my students, and they turn our classroom into a family. So picking just one is pretty difficult, especially for this prestigious award. I have so many outstanding students this year, but John Robinson. John is the one that shines a little bit brighter. And I swear it's not because he asked me to nominate him. And yes, my son is at a baseball game. And yes, I did lie to you. I'm sorry. I've had the privilege of having John for 4 years in drafting 1, drafting 2, architecture, and engineering. He's also the president of the club that I advise, the Technology Student Association. It's hard to explain the reasons why I'm giving him this award, because it's not just one thing that he's done. John is kind, considerate, and a genuine young man who has learned the skills that most of us as adults haven't mastered: balance and drive. John moved back to Medford in the middle of his freshman year. He was quiet, shy, and a little bit unsure of his capabilities. Over the past 4 years, I've seen his character and confidence grow tremendously. John is now willing to take a chance with harder classes. He believes in his abilities and started playing club volleyball. He's found his voice and is willing to share his opinions or lead a conversation. He has learned empathy and is willing to help others. John still doesn't love or prefer to work in a group, but I'm assuming his time at Stevens might break him of that. John, you're an outstanding young man. It's the small things that you do, like say hello and ask how my day is going, tinker with the machine to get it working because we all know that I'm frustrated and can't, or make me a no pajama zone sign because pajamas are the worst. Simple courtesies like that are genuine things that make my day a little bit brighter and show your sympathetic nature and selflessness, which is why you're receiving this award from me. I wish you all the best at Stevens, and remember to live in the moment and make the best of the time that you have left here at Shawnee. Congratulations. Next up is Mrs. Melanie Guessman.
Every once in a while, I'm fortunate to have a student in class during all 4 years of high school, whether it's because they are majoring in art or simply because they just chose it for a creative outlet in their schedule. The student I have nominated for my People's Choice Award this year is Leah Brukansky. I've had the pleasure of having Leah in class from her freshman through senior year. Leah's always been a bright spot in my day as she walks into class with a big smile on her face and a warm greeting, always asking how my weekend was, what's going on, just checking in. Leah, I appreciate how you find a way to connect with me and all of your classmates on any given day. You help foster a sense of community in the classroom with your positive energy, your kindness, your radiant personality, and empathy towards others. You always offer to help and assist in class when needed, which is very helpful in the art room. You are a talented, creative, and self-motivated student who takes pride in your work, as you should. Thank you for being you and always making a difference in the eyes of a teacher. Regardless of where your future takes you, thank you for always supporting the arts. I wish you all the best as you pursue your future endeavors beyond the halls of Shawnee. You will surely be missed.
I'd now like to introduce Mrs. Raina Marshall.
Good evening, everyone. I nominated Lorenzo Gordon. Pressure is a privilege. My name is Raina Marshall, and it is truly an honor to stand here today and present this award to a student who has shown incredible strength, resilience, and courage in the face of adversity. Today, we celebrate not just academic and athletic achievements, but the quiet yet powerful perseverance that defines character. This student's journey has not always been easy. Like many of us, they have faced challenges that no one should have to endure, and yet they have chosen not to let those forces define them. Instead of giving in to the pressure, they used it as a tool to fuel their growth. When I think about the theme of my 2025 People's Choice Award this year, pressure is a privilege, I think of this student. The pressures they faced were real and they were heavy. But instead of breaking under the weight of these pressures, they used them to build a stronger, more compassionate, and more determined version of themselves. They've transformed adversity into opportunity. They've proven that the greatest challenges often reveal the greatest strength. This student has not only persevered through their own struggles, but has also become a source of inspiration for others. Through their actions, their words, and their example, they've shown us all that resilience is not about never falling, but about rising each time that you do. They have reminded us that while the pressures we face may seem unsurmountable, they are the very things that shape us into who we are meant to be. It is often said that diamonds are made under pressure, and this student, much like a diamond, has shone brightly through the trials they faced. The strength, grace, and determination they demonstrated are qualities we should all strive to embody. So today, I am incredibly proud to present this award to Lorenzo Gordon. You have not only excelled in your academic and personal achievements, but you have shown us the true meaning of resilience. You have made us all better for showing us what it means to persevere and to grow under pressure. Congratulations, Lorenzo. You are truly deserving of this honor. Keep shining, keep pushing forward, and keep showing the world that pressure is not just something we endure, but something we rise from stronger than ever. Always remember, pressure is a privilege. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Mr. Dan O'Keefe.
Mr. Tamer, I believe I put Daniel I wanted on the slide, but that's all right. Thank you. My nomination for this year's People's Choice Award is Lucas Estevez. From teaching him geometry his freshman year, computer science his sophomore year, and pre-calculus his junior year, and to being on the sidelines of his lacrosse games all 4 years, I'd say I've gotten to know Lucas quite well. The one word that comes to mind when I think of Lucas is leader. Whether it's in the classroom, on the field, in the halls, or at a school event, Lucas is a true leader. It's rare and special to see someone who doesn't know how not to give 100%. He's all in, all the time. Whether he's with a group of people he's known his whole life or a group of people he just met, Lucas is always ready to take charge. From the moment I met Lucas, it was clear that he possesses a unique charm that makes him a pleasure to be around. His polite demeanor and personable nature allows him to connect effortlessly with both peers and teachers alike. He fosters an inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and respected, demonstrating maturity beyond his years. I consider myself incredibly lucky to have gotten to know Lucas throughout his 4 years at Shawnee. There's no doubt in my mind that he will thrive next year as he heads to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Keep up the hard work, keep being a leader, keep being a Buffalo, and remember, you always got me on your sideline. Love you, buddy. Now I'd like to introduce Miss Debbie Thomas. Sorry, Deborah Thomas.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. My People's Choice Award winner for 2025 is Jaden Butler. Jaden has lots of good academic qualities. I had Jaden in class last year in Accounting 1 and have him again this year in Accounting 2. Jaden has always been very bright and hardworking. Even when he falls behind due to absence or basketball, he comes through by completing the missed assignments. He is also a quiet leader who inspires others to do good work in class because he completes his assignments well, even if he would rather be doing something else, like many seniors at this point. He has a very good work ethic. All of these reasons for selecting Jaden are good ones, but they are not the only reason why Jaden is my People's Choice Award winner. I picked Jaden because of his kindness and thoughtfulness to others. He is helpful to others who might not understand a concept without being judgmental. He is cheerful, and he always has and takes the time to talk to me about basketball or college or many other topics. He asks how my weekend was or how my family is doing. He asks what I will do when I retire and how my husband is doing after he was in the hospital this past winter. Jaden's caring and considerate ways make him so likable that others are drawn to him. His spirit shines brightly for others and will continue to attract good things and good people to him. His positive actions do not go unnoticed by those around him. People notice the good. And good luck at Montclair next year, in school, in basketball, and in your relationships. I am sure you will continue to be a success in life. Congratulations. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Craig Bookwalter.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. It has truly been my pleasure to get to know Taylor Askew over the course of the last 4 years. There are times when we as educators wonder about the impact that we have on kids. As an administrator, I don't often get to meet with students who are having the best time in school. Often they're not having the easiest time. As a freshman, when Taylor first stopped by my office and started peppering me with rapid-fire questions, within minutes I realized that her energy and her inquisitiveness were at the top of the charts. And although I've never had her in a class, I've learned that Taylor is a personable and charismatic young lady who has grown so much during her time here at Shawnee. And thank you, Taylor, for letting me be a part of it. Her smile is contagious to those around her, and she is a genuinely compassionate person. She speaks from the heart, and whether you asked for her to share or not, she's going to have you listen. Academically, I distinctly remember the day when she made the decision to upright her entire schedule, switch gears, and pursue a multitude of technology electives. She had found her niche. On many occasions, I have expressed to her that I am proud of her and that she has a bright future ahead of her. Tonight, I want to take the opportunity to wish her continued success one last time and to leave you with these words. More than school's routines, knowledge grows, experiences stay, passion guides our path. My heartfelt congratulations to you, Taylor. I wish you all the best. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Cindy Gallimore.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Yeah. So it's really nice to see so many of you that I've taught and coached here. It's no surprise that you're all up here. So congrats to everyone. So every once in a while, we have the great good luck of meeting someone we know we will hold in our hearts forever. Sakaya Horsley, you are that person for me. In August of 2021, I was lucky enough to meet Sakaya because she tried out and made the girls' volleyball team. In all ways, you were a dream teammate. She worked hard, played hard, tried every position I put her in, cheered on her teammates, cheered on JV and varsity, and shined her positivity on all of us. Some of my happiest memories are Saturday morning practices, listening and dancing to the great playlist that Kaya made. She was a very special part of a very special team. When Sakaya showed up on my Spanish 3 honors roster, I was absolutely delighted that I would once again see her daily. She worked just as hard in class as she did on the court. She had moved from an unleveled class to an honors class and had the fortitude and determination to catch up on what was missed, as well as excel at new concepts. She then in turn continued to Spanish 4 honors. This is Sakaya, the student and the athlete. However, the reason I chose Sakaya for my people's choice is because of Sakaya, the person. You are the kind of person who asks how people are, and you listen to our answers. She has offered hugs when I have been upset, smiles when I'm having a tough day, and always makes me feel special and seen. Essentially, she makes me feel like I matter. Thank you for that. Small example of Sakaya's awesomeness, blood drive, March 2025. The shirts had Joe Cool on them. Thanks, Tommy Nichols, for that, right? And I have a ton of Shawnee shirts, so I give my blood drive shirts to my husband. This one, though, I wanted to keep. I mean, Joe Cool, right? So Sakaya came up to say hi while I was donating, and we talked about how fun the shirts were, and I relayed that Mr. Galley was not getting the shirt this year. And without pause, she said, I get another one because I'm a student council person and I'm donating so he can have mine. What size? And I said, nah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Before the day was over, Sakaya came to my room with the shirt. I told my husband the story behind it, and he too was touched. Counting our blessings and feeling gratitude are great ways to find meaning in life. Your beautiful displays of kindness, compassion, joyfulness, and grace have been a great blessing to me these last 4 years. And I'm grateful to you for sharing yourself with me. I wish you all the best at Udell, and I will miss you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Brenna Atmore.
Okay. Hi, I'm Brenna Atmore. I'm one of the teachers who's lucky enough to have the same kids for multiple years. So my People's Choice Award recipient this year is a student in my AP Latin class. I've had her for 4 years. My award is going to Allie Kent. When I first started teaching 7 years ago, I felt like I was maybe 30 seconds ahead of my students at any given moment. I never felt prepared enough. The veteran teachers were quick to assure me that's just being a new teacher, it'll get better with time. And it did. As years progressed, I began to feel more confident in the classroom, like I was able to better anticipate the needs and questions of my students. This very quickly changed in September of 2021. I think it's fair to expect some unusual questions from first-year Latin students, especially as we embark on our discussion of Greco-Roman mythology and history. There's some weird stories in that collection. However, that year, the questions that caught me off guard weren't about the Olympian family tree, the fratricide that founded an empire, or a horse being elected as consul. Instead, there were questions about the language, the vocabulary and the grammar. Does uxoricide come from cadere or occidere? I'm writing a story in Latin. How would I translate this participle phrase while maintaining proper case endings? I know that the verb to be doesn't exist in the passive voice, but what if it did? So many questions that I had never considered, but questions that I thoroughly enjoyed discussing nonetheless. My People's Choice Award is a spectacular Latin student. She's quick to pick up the vocab, she grasps the grammar with ease, she's going to make one Tartarus of a Latin teacher one day. But that's not why I chose Allie for this award. I chose Allie for this award because even on the days when I had students acting up and mountains of papers to grade, she reminded me of the joy that can come from translating, the satisfaction from a verb well parsed, and the fun that can be found in discussing hypothetical verb forms. Allie is the embodiment of a love for learning, and I think that is something to be celebrated. Allie, thank you for reminding me every day just how cool and sometimes ridiculous our subject is, and how outstanding it is to feel truly passionate about something. I feel confident in the future of classics knowing students like you are filling the ranks. It is my pleasure to introduce, as the students call her, Miss Fan.
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to congratulate everyone. I see a ton of my students sitting here, and you're all so worthy of this award. I also want to apologize for lying to so many of you this week when you asked if you were the ones I nominated. You weren't, but you all deserve this. I would like to introduce my People's Choice Award this year, Mr. Sean Sapiro. It is with my absolute greatest pleasure that I nominate Sean for my People's Choice Award. From the moment he walked into my class in September, his bright smile and infectious energy stood out. He continues to impress me every single day. Sean embodies what it means to be a high school student. He treats others with respect, invests wholeheartedly in school spirit, and constantly encourages those around him to be the best version of themselves. To give you a little insight into Sean's character, this fall he approached me with a simple request. He wanted to be one of my volleyball managers for the girls' team. He wasn't participating in a fall sport. Sean was determined to get involved in as many things as he could possibly do his senior year. I agreed with one condition. He wasn't allowed to date my players. And he didn't. Sean followed that direction without hesitation, demonstrating his respect for the girls and consideration for everyone on the team. However, when our last game ended and we were getting off the bus, I'm not sure if it was James or Sean, but one of them said, "Season's over." It was James. When it comes to school spirit, Sean is truly the epitome of school spirit. No matter the occasion, whether it's a football game, holiday dress-up days, senior trip spirit days, or any other theme day that we were hosting, Sean was always dressed up and ready to participate. I will never look at a disco ball and not think of Sean. Sean's peers recognized him this year for his enthusiasm and kindness, voting him most school-spirited and the person you would most likely want to bring home to your parent, which in my opinion is the highest compliment you can receive from your classmates. When asked how he would like to be remembered at Shawnee, Sean's response was simply, "I don't need to be remembered. I just want to make positive impacts on everyone I meet while I'm here." When he was asked, what does he want to be when he grows up? His answer is beautifully straightforward: kind. Sean, you are always and have been kind, and you have mastered your kindness. But let's also add to the list of qualities your compassion, your caring, your enthusiasm, your sincerity, and all above, the most incredible, remarkable young man. To conclude, I'd like to share a quote with you. The quote is stated, "Let your smile change the world. Don't let the world change your smile." AKA Sean Sapira. Sean, in a nutshell, continue to smile and continue to just shine. And best of luck to you always, and don't forget us back at Shawnee. Congratulations. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Melitza Dietz.
Hello. Hold on. I have to adjust this. In the meantime, can everybody please stand? I'm serious. This is our 7th inning stretch. We're almost there, everybody. Stand up, stretch it out. You guys too. You've been sitting a long time. Okay, thank you. You can have a seat, please. So some of you know me, some of you might not, but I am one of the business teachers here at Shawnee High School. I coach field hockey, run the DECA program, and for my little selfless plug, I run the school store. So if you want to make an appointment with me to purchase in the school store, I'm here all week, okay? Thank you. Tonight, I just want to congratulate all of you as parents for all of your wonderful students for being honored tonight, and congratulations to all of you who have won the award today as well. As you've heard throughout the night, there are several students that make a positive impact in our school community and on our staff members, which is why, like everyone's been saying, it's been really difficult to choose just one. But it's with great pride and a humble privilege in choosing Tommy Nichols as my nomination for my People's Choice Award. I might get emotional, so I apologize. When I first met Tommy, here it goes, sorry. When I first met Tommy, he was a freshman in my introduction to business class. I realized he was someone special, yet it was sophomore year that I knew that he was going to be my pick come senior year. Over the past 4 years, he has continuously proven his true leadership is not about achievements. It's about his heart, humility, and lifting others up. So sorry. Wait, I need a second because this is bad. As a 4-year member of DECA and one of our dedicated chapter presidents, Tommy has left a lasting mark on the program and our school. He has represented our chapter at DECA's International Career Development Conference 3 consecutive years, traveling to Orlando twice and Anaheim once. On every trip, he embodied responsibility and care, always being the last one to leave the bus or the room to ensure that nothing and no one was left behind. His attentiveness extended beyond these logistics as he consistently checked in with me, the fellow chaperones, the nurse, all the other adults on the trip on how he could help, often before we even realized we actually needed it. This selflessness is not just reserved for DECA events. Whether it's helping a classmate, mentoring younger members, or looking out for his siblings with his gentle strength of the Papa Bear attitude, Tommy leads with compassion. He is a living example of values his parents clearly instilled in him: kindness, integrity, and service to others. As a DECA president, he brought warmth and energy to every meeting, starting each one with a riddle that made us smile and think, a simple but powerful reminder that leadership can be fun and personal. He motivated his peers not with a loud voice, but with consistent actions, quiet confidence, and the heart of gold that he has. As a marketing teacher, if I had to create a slogan or tagline for Tommy, it would be, work harder, care deeper, and lead stronger. Students like Tommy don't come around often. His impact on me, our DECA chapter, and the entire school community will be felt long after he graduates. Tommy, you're going to continue to do amazing things. Your strong work ethic, drive, and willingness to always give 110% everything that you do will sure to leave your mark at Rutgers University. You are going to be an outstanding Scarlet Knight and always be yourself and continue to strive for excellence. Congratulations on a well-deserved People's Choice Award. And next up, please welcome Miss Sarah Howarth to the stand.
Good evening. Resilience, compassion, kind, and determined are some of the words that come to mind when I think of Hannah Mulhern. I had Hannah as a student for 2 years in honors chemistry and AP chemistry, but our story starts even before then. Prior to that year, I had met Hannah as a lifeguard and swim instructor at Deerbrook Swim Club. I signed my twin 2-year-old boys up for their first swim lessons, hopeful they would love the water as much as I did. Spoiler alert, they didn't, at least not at first. Hannah may have been just 15, but she handled my kids like a pro. She was a calming presence, full of positive encouragement, even when I became frustrated at times when they didn't want to try anything. Every time we went to the pool, in fact, they would look for Hannah, and she would go out of her way to make sure they knew, go out of her way to greet them and make them feel like they were the most important people she saw that day. She perfectly illustrates how small gestures of kindness can have a lasting impact. As a sophomore in my chemistry class, Hannah quickly impressed me with her willingness to learn and challenge herself, always giving 100% in the class each day. She always greeted me with the same bright smile and positivity. But that was only the beginning of why Hannah is so remarkable. Hannah, the year before, had been diagnosed with a brain malformation which caused chronic migraines and ultimately led to major brain surgery that year in my class. It was then that I witnessed Hannah's true persistence and dedication to her academics. She was completely out of school for over a month in the middle of the year, and then gradually came back full-time. Yet once she initially recovered, she was right back to completing her work from home, checking in with me via email and Google Classroom for clarification, updates, while she diligently kept up from home at a remarkable pace. Honestly, she was more conscientious and dedicated than some of my students who missed a couple days of school. Hannah not only kept pace, but thrived and showed impressive comprehension of the material, leading her to enroll in AP Chemistry. In AP Chemistry last year, where she also excelled. One thing is for sure, Hannah doesn't do anything halfway. When she commits to something, she gives it her all. I learned this year when she no longer was able to take the pounding of gymnastics, she switched to diving. In 2020, yes, just before a pandemic when all the indoor pools shut down, and very soon after, she told me she learned one of her hardest dives, a reverse dive, in 45-degree weather in an outdoor heated pool. That would be enough to make most people maybe walk away, but Hannah still dives today and also coaches diving in the summer. I am always impressed by Hannah's positive attitude and sunny outlook. She's generous with her time. She has served as an incredible manager, teammate, and support for the girls' swim team. She jumped at the chance to help me promote the science department at our open house. She volunteers for Buddies Club, student athletic trainers, and a host of others. More than anything, I hope Hannah knows that even as she quietly faced challenges, often more than her fair share, many of us were watching her persevere step by step, defying the odds, and becoming a genuine source of inspiration, myself included. In my 22 years of teaching, Hannah stands out as a student whose determination, strength of character, and kindness are truly exceptional. She will forever leave a lasting impact on me. Congratulations. And next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Ken Caluzzi.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ken Caluzzi, and I teach social studies here at Shawnee. It's very special to be here this year. A lot of the people that are up here, I actually had my first year teaching, and it's pretty special to see a lot of you guys up here as seniors. So congratulations. This year, though, for my People's Choice, I nominated, I went the wrong way. I nominated Maddie Dubler. Maddie, or Dubs, Dubler, Maddie Dubs, a lot of nicknames. I've been her coach now for 3 years, and I also had the chance to teach her last year, during her sophomore year. As a teacher and a coach, I come across a lot of enthusiastic kids. But what separates Maddie from other students is that her enthusiasm is contagious. She has the ability to lift up others around her, and she does it effortlessly. For those that don't know, Maddie is a goalie in our soccer program. Many people assume that the only job of a goalie is to keep the ball out of the net. That is far from the truth. As a goalie, it is your responsibility to keep your team organized with constant communication. As a goalie, you are the backbone and safety net of your team. While I could sit up here and talk about some of the amazing saves Maddie has made over the last few years, that is not why I selected her. Just as much as she can be the backbone of a team on the field, she also has that same ability off the field. There isn't a practice or a school day that goes by where Maddie doesn't offer encouragement. She's the loudest on the field and the first one to cheer for her teammates when she's off the field. In the classroom, there wasn't a test day that would come by where all of her friends would look nervous and she'd turn over to them and go, "Guys, we got this." Just that little offer of encouragement was something that Maddie, to her, was non-negotiable. She is a team player in the truest sense of the word and just an awesome kid to be around. Maddie is selfless, she genuinely cares about the people around her, and if that isn't someone you want in your school or on your team, then I don't know who is. Thank you for being the person you are, Maddie. I hope you never change. I am very proud to nominate you for this year's People's Choice Awards. Congratulations. And now I'd like to, wait, do I do this the right way? Nope, I did it. Oh, I did. Miss Ashley Donzuso.
Good evening. I want to congratulate everyone for this nomination. It is my absolute pleasure to present this year's People's Choice Award to Mackenzie Moon. Mackenzie Moon, who has not only stood out in the eyes of her peers, but also made a lasting impact on me as her teacher. I've had the privilege of teaching Mackenzie Moon for the past 3 years, and I can honestly say she's one of those rare students who leaves an impression long after the last bell rings. Every single day, she walked into class with a smile, one of those bright, genuine smiles that could lift even the heaviest of moods, and I mean that literally. On days when things felt overwhelming or tough, seeing her smile and enthusiasm truly made my day. You're gonna make me cry if you cry. But what sets Mackenzie apart isn't just her positivity, it's her openness. When I introduced a brand new course, something completely unfamiliar, she was one of the first to lean in and give her full effort. She bought into the idea with such willingness and curiosity that it encouraged others to do the same. Her openness to new experiences and her ability to embrace change helped shape the class culture in a way that I'll never forget. She also changed me as a teacher. Watching her grow, listening to her thoughtful questions, seeing the way she treats others with kindness and respect, it reminded me to stay flexible, to keep learning, to lead with empathy. She made me better. Mackenzie, thank you. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your laughter, your openness, and your trust. You have more than earned this People's Choice Award, not just because people like you, but because you make people feel seen, valued, and hopeful. This is a rare gift. Congratulations, and keep being exactly who you are. And now I would like to introduce Miss Gina Keel. Oh, I never changed the thing. Sorry, Mackenzie.
Hi, good evening. I'm sure she's figured it out by now, but I am presenting my People's Choice Award tonight to Grace Wessel. Okay. So I have known Grace for almost 3 years now and have had the privilege of watching her grow not only as a musician, singer, actress, and dancer, but as a person. I have had the amazing experience of having Grace in almost every class that I teach, freshman choir and treble choir, where she acts as my alto section leader, music theory, and now AP music theory. Grace is the best kind of student because she works way too hard. She is constantly looking for ways to improve or to challenge herself and her classmates. In fact, it's thanks to her that AP Music Theory received homework over spring break. She didn't think that we had enough study materials, so, okay. If you were able to make it out this year to see the fall drama Clue or the winter musical Anything Goes, then you have had the wonderful opportunity to see Grace in her element, right here on this stage. She captivated audiences in the roles of Ms. Scarlett and Reno Sweeney. The dedication and work ethic in this girl is incomparable. She was even upset with me for not letting her be in the show on her off night. I double cast on purpose, and I was trying to let her rest, but if you know Grace, you know the word rest is not in her vocabulary. That might give you a small insight into who Grace is as a student. But the reason I chose Grace for this award tonight has little to do with her talent as a performer. and everything to do with her growth as a human being. As teachers, we are fortunate enough to encounter different types of people throughout our career, but I think it's rare to meet a student that reminds you so much of yourself, it's scary. When you meet someone who is loud to a fault, a tad over-opinionated, and anxious, oh, I lost my place, anxious enough for everyone, it can be overwhelming to recognize those qualities as being some of your own. But I had the opportunity to get close with Grace during our time together training with the Anti-Defamation League for the Peer Leader program. I loved working with her because she was always honest, always kind, and always seemed to want to fight, even when no one was trying to fight with her. A conversation that Grace and I have often is that the world will never change on its own. That if we believe in something strong enough, we have to get up and do something about it. And if you want something done, Grace Wessel is definitely the person for the job. If I can give Grace any advice for her future, it would be to stay loud. Stay loud, take space, be less concerned with people's thoughts about you and more concerned about your feelings for yourself. Always ask questions, be curious and give your opinion. Never stop fighting, but remember to choose kindness in the end. You are who you are, and who you are is powerful, strong, and beautiful. I am proud to know you, and I am excited to watch you thrive over the next year. Congratulations on receiving this award. It is well earned. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Krista Lamorgese.
Good evening. At this moment, I really wish I had better glasses, a larger font, or a way shorter speech. Sorry. My name is Krista Lamorgese, and I teach English here at Shawnee High School. Letters of recommendation are often more challenging to write than one might expect, especially when trying to capture the true essence of an exceptional student. Some college recommendation forms ask us to rate students in categories such as academic achievement, intellectual promise, motivation, leadership, and integrity. The highest rating, top few, is one I have used only twice in my 32 years of teaching. Amelia Franken is one of those rare students. I can't look at you. I won't go through this. Don't look at me. I've had the privilege of coaching, advising, and teaching Amelia. I used to joke with her and say, "You're either going to love me or hate me by the end of each year." In each of these roles, I have come to know her as an extraordinary young woman whose impact reaches far beyond the classroom. In the classroom, Amelia was a standout. She was a motivated, enthusiastic learner whose passion for and commitment to learning were remarkable and inspiring. Her intellectual curiosity was paired with strong work ethic and a desire to learn on a deeper level. She didn't just work hard, she encouraged others to do so also. As her volleyball coach, I have watched Amelia lead with both confidence and kindness. Her positive attitude on and off the court was contagious, and the younger players on the team looked up to her. Whether rallying the team during difficult matches or speaking on behalf of her peers, Amelia consistently demonstrated maturity and initiative. Her approachable nature and steady presence made her a natural leader. She communicated effectively with both teammates and authority figures and always carried herself with grace and optimism. Amelia was the player I could always count on to be a role model both on and off the court. In her role as president of the class of 2025, Amelia brought the same level of leadership and compassion to the school community. She fostered an inclusive environment, always making sure her classmates felt heard, supported, and valued. Her empathy was genuine, whether she was offering a helping hand to a struggling peer or ensuring that everyone's voice was represented, Amelia was deeply committed to making our school a better place and me a better person. Whether in the classroom, on the volleyball court, or serving as her class president, Amelia brought her whole self to everything she did. She never settled for mediocrity, always working hard to achieve her goals. She worked with determination, led with integrity, and inspired those around her. Her commitment to excellence and her ability to uplift others make her one of the most respected and admired students among both her peers and faculty here at Shawnee. Amelia, Harvard University, where you will continue your education, is beyond lucky to have you. I can't wait to see what great things you accomplish. You are certainly among the top few. It is my privilege to announce our principal of our school, Mr. Matthew Campbell.
All right, thank you, Ms. Lamorghese. Before I get started, I do have a point of clarification. Ms. Atmore, I think that our parents and possibly grandparents are here that also refer to her as Miss Sam. So it's not just the students, so I want to thank them. So she's been here for a while. Okay, anyway. All right, didn't land like I thought. All right, so of all of the celebrations we hold here at the end of the school year, this was probably the most challenging. As you heard tonight from all the different teachers, all the different reasons why this outstanding group of students were being recognized tonight, it makes it really hard to choose just one. So many of the kids that have done amazing things here, many of them who are sitting here on the stage, it makes this very challenging to narrow it down to just one. But it's my sincere pleasure to nominate Mr. James DeBlasi for my 2025 People's Choice Award. So as the principal of Shawnee High School, I have the privilege of watching James grow into one of the most thoughtful, respectful, and well-rounded young men in our school community. James exemplifies what it means to be a good kid. He is kind, humble, and always willing to lend a hand. Whether it's supporting a peer, stepping up to help a teacher, or contributing positively to school culture, James consistently leads with integrity and empathy. He treats everyone around him with respect and compassion, earning the admiration of both staff and students alike. He is not only academically accomplished, but he's also deeply committed to serving others. His involvement in Shawnee High School and certain clubs like our principal's advisory and our peer leaders shows how much he cares about creating a welcoming and inclusive environment for all. James is also one of the very few three-time winners of our Shawnee Upstander Award, which recognizes students who consistently do the right thing even when no one else is watching. That award, more than any other, speaks to the heart of who James is, a young man of character, empathy, and quiet leadership. Students like James make the school a better place by simply being part of it. His work ethic, humility, and positive spirit make him incredibly deserving of this recognition. I cannot think of a more fitting recipient for an award that celebrates students for being exceptional people. Last question I have for you, James. Are you ready for what your future holds? All right, so in closing, I do have a couple thank yous. First of all, I want to recognize Mr. Nick Tama. He is the one who coordinates this event, so I want to thank Mr. Tama and Ms. Cutts for putting this event together. Also to Mr. Frank and Mr. Pistone for handling the audio video for tonight, so thank you. And our student photographer, Maren Law. And our student videographers, Tyler Davis and Paige Andys. I would like to congratulate all of our students here, so a nice round of applause for all of our students who are recognized here. And in turn, students, a round of applause for your parents, because you don't get this type of recognition all by yourselves. You are being raised in a culture, in a family setting that allows you to become who you are, and for your recognition tonight. So how about a round of applause for your parents and families? And lastly, because it is Teacher Appreciation Week, I just want to thank all of the teachers and staff members who came out tonight to take the time to recognize our students. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Have a great evening, and please drive safely. Thank you.